Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are
Okay.
from class 3SC5. We want to presentation about business architecture. My name is Muhammad Ammar Fadhlan and my partner is Umar Abdullah Azzam.
Umar.
Okay, let's begin.
In this presentation, we're gonna go from what is business to business architecture, and we go to example, and the last one is suggestion and conclusions. Uh, Next, what is business? You see, a business is defined as an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. Business can be profitable entities or they can be non-profitable. There are various forms of a business. There are like limited liability company, LLC, a sole proprietorships, a corporation, and a partnerships. A business can range from small operations in operating in one industry to large operations operating in many industries around the world. Next, before we go deeper into learning about the business, we need to understand the basic concepts of the business. There is a business concept, business plan, and business structures. You see, a business concept is an idea for business that includes basic information such as service or products that target demographic and a unique selling propositions that gives an advantage. Depending on the nature of the business, there is maybe a market research needed necessary to determine whether turning the idea into business is feasible. In the business plan, it's formal documents detailing a business goals and objective and the strategies of how it will achieve the goals and the objective. The structure is usually a business organize themselves around some sort of hierarchy or bureaucracy, where a position in a company have established some roles and respond and have some responsibility. There is three types of business structures: a sole proprietorships, or a single man company, a partnerships, and our corporations. You see, so in sole proprietorships, it is an unincorporated business with only one owner who pays personal income tax on profits earned. Sole proprietorships is the easiest type of business to establish or take apart due to a lack of government regulation. As such, this type of business are very popular among sole owners of business or individual self-contractors and consultants. Many sole proprietors do business under their own names because creating a separate business or trade names is not necessarily needed. And partnerships, you see, it is a formal arrangement by two or more parties to manage and operate the business and share its profits. There are several types of partnership arrangement in particular. All partners share liabilities and profit equally, while in others, partners have limited liability. And the corporations. A corporation is a legal entity that is separate and distinct from its owners. Corporations have a responsibility that individual possess. They can enter contracts, loan and borrow money, sue and be sued, hire employees, own assets, and pay tax. Some refer it as a legal person.
Next.
Next.
Okay, business architecture. What is business? Business architect and a contextual strategy of for operational needs developed specific artifacts such as business compatibility, maps, and value flow to help bridge the gap between strategy and execution and help streamline and rationalize an IT enablement process. Business architects strive to make business architecture the glue the bind various aspects of corporate strategy, design, modeling, and the solution ecosystem. Since the current business and IT landscape in large company is very complex, business architects work closely with a variety of other specialists to achieve company goals. For example, a business architect may have a model for the company business capability, but must work closely with other professionals to help solve the various components of the overall business architecture. It is the next it is a content that there are three elements related to the practice of business architecture. We have thinking elements, we have working elements, we have the modeling elements. Way of thinking. The value of the business architect is to capture and represent the strategy and technology situation and then ask and communicate the implication of strategy and technology upon the operation. The next part is the way of working. A business architect way of working to decompose the strategy to the related competence of the organization, thus making them essential to representing the strategic intent and objective. Competency map is created from the business model. Then attribute with description of the characteristic of strategic organization or organizational and process operational with the association to those that are enable, execute, or automate using technology. And the last one is way of modeling. An organization needs an interpretation of both the external and internal situation. Also needed is a repertoire of potential strategies in order to bring the existing knowledge and capabilities of their resource. Therefore, generating the desired business outcome and value. In the way of working, it was discussed how to the strategic principle can be applied to provide direction and enable decision around critical business enablers. And we have the edge of framework and method. Uh, so here we got example of the business architecture about pooling. We got business architecture framework, uh, business architecture method, and the last business architecture approach. And all these zones work together so the corporation can run smoothly. And the next example. The example in explain is my partner Umar Abdullah Azzam.
In here, we got the example of business architecture in corporation. We got multiple parts that are divided so they can work together. We got gateways, sales marketing, customer interaction, finance, business intelligence, service delivery, service assurance, and corporate. All of these parts are working together to keep the company run smoothly.
Next, the next is the conclusion and suggestion. The conclusion we have is the in our business architecture is an important part of the company or corporation because with this thing a company can have a comprehensive, efficient, and user-friendly structure so that people can use the service easily. And
And
our suggestion
yes,
is try to obtain executive sponsorship from stakeholders, because if you have a sponsor from a stakeholder, your company will be well known in the market circle, and your company can have a better option in the future.
Uh, that's all of our presentation. We are sorry if we kind of making a mistake and we don't realize it. Thank you and bye bye.
See you. Assalamualaikum. Dul, tunggu dah.